So George, let me ask you, what's that moment, that time, that time that stands out in your mind when everybody said, you know what, George, you're just nuts. You're crazy for even thinking about doing this. What was that time in your life? I know there's probably many in your life, but what's one that sticks out?
Well, you're right there, because this has been going over and over and over and over for many, many years since I started in the 50s, and raced for like 70 years. Many, many things. Built front motor dragsters. Those were the ones with the big motor in your face. So guys said, you're kind of nuts to drive one of those things, plus you sat on the rear end. And there were a few guys that got injured over that. Then we went to the rear engine cars. That was a little better because the engine was in back of you. And we're going 200 miles an hour, and then we're going 250. And then it got so expensive I couldn't run top fuel cars anymore after I built 12 of them over a 50-year period. Finally I said, oh man, when I was in the Air Force, I always loved the jet, so maybe I'll build a jet. And people go, a jet? You're over the hill now, man, because I know you're really nuts. You're not going to sit in a car with a jet engine in it and go, how fast? I want to run 300. And I was the 9th guy to run 300 in a jet. I wasn't the first, but I was the best.
So how did it feel at that moment that you were sitting there? I mean, you had to be. I mean, there had to be some fear. There had to be sweaty palms. There had to be.
Oh man, you don't even want to ask that.
Yeah.
I drove top fuel cars for 30 years, 28 years to be exact. I drove top fuel cars, went over 200, and whatever. But a jet pushes you a couple different places on the track that's scary. And to tell you the truth, the first couple of laps, you got to make over 10 runs to qualify for your jet license. Wow. And the first couple of runs I made in that thing, it scared me to death after driving top fuel and going over 200 for thousands of runs. And then I got in that jet, and that thing pushed at certain times on the track, that made your eyeballs want to come out of your head. So that scared me, that's for sure. And it took me probably 3 or 4 years. I ran a jet for 11 years and went over probably 270, 280, up to 300 over 1,000 times. But boy, the first couple of years, I wasn't real comfortable in the car.
I understand. Perfect.